What is going on, guys? Alan here. Welcome back to another video. Last video, as a matter of fact, on the installation on the Supercharger in my '01 BMW Z3 2.5i. This has been quite the easier process than what I originally thought. So, as you can see, there isn't much left to do. We've got pretty much everything installed. The computer is back, so we're gonna throw the computer in today, throw the radiator and fan in. We'll fill it up, bleed it with coolant, and give it its first start. And along same time we'll be reassembling everything to get this car back to where it should be and looking good. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, I suppose the first order of business should be getting the radiator back in here. So, radiator and fan there, put her back in, get her connected, and then I'm going to have to go to O'Reilly's and rent that clutch fan kit again to tighten her back up. But should be good. Let's get to it. Alright, so VF sends a new hose, top hose with the kit. And supposedly, I'm gonna do this without stuff falling all over. Supposedly, it gives more clearance from the water pump pulley. And it, yeah, we'll see right here. I don't know. Anyway, let's check the difference out. So stock one goes in here. Oh yeah. So right there is where the issue is actually the idler pulley for the Supercharger. So that's where the other one comes into play. So let's see what kind of clearance this one gives us. So here's the scoop with the top radiator hose that they supply you. Make sure you loosen every hose clamp that you can, because you got to do some clearancing. And you got to be just between the idler pulley for the Supercharger and the fan. So you can see I just made equal distance from both. And then tightened everything up, made sure it wouldn't move. And we're good. I got the bottom hose clamp on there. So before I forget, I'll plug the coolant temp sensor in here. And then we skipped a step earlier, but I'm going to connect the radiator overflow to the overflow reservoir. And we're going to get rid of this crappy plastic pipe that already broke on me. So I'm going to cut it here and then attach it here. Well, that was fun. So I disconnected the stock hose from here, and then I hose barbed it here, which I was supposed to do. Run it down, and as I was trying to fit this smaller line on that pretty big plastic hose barb on the radiator, the hose barb just fell apart. There is metal underneath of it, so I chipped away the plastic, and then hose clamped are really good, so hopefully we don't have any leaks here. I'm really hoping, because I really don't want to buy another radiator. But one thing I did notice when I took the stock intake off, you're left with this. This will plug into the intake tube. So this isn't in the instructions, but there's another plug in the kit, so I'm just assuming that it goes here. I mean, why wouldn't it? I mean, yeah, look at that. It's perfect. There. All plugged off. Now I am going to run a boost gauge. And I've got one here that I use for like diagnosing vacuum leaks and stuff like that. So I'm just going to start off with that piece of junk. But I'm going to hose barb it in probably to the bypass valve line here coming off of the manifold. That's my best guess there. Yeah. Yep. That's what I figure. So that's what I'm going to do. But let's see, where are we at? So I got to rent that tool so I can tighten that fan yet. I got the plug on, the radiator hose. Looks like I can start, you know, O'Reilly's isn't open yet. I got another 30 minutes. So I guess I'm just going to start putting the headlights in and go from there. All right, update here. Yeah, so headlights are in. Obviously I might have to tweak them to aim them, but yeah, let's see. I got the engine cover to do, and I think I'll throw the ECU in right now. By that time, O'Reilly should be open, and I can go get supplies for what I need to finish this bad boy up. All right, I got the ECU in. The cover I'm not putting back. I want to prime it, hook the battery up, prime it, make sure I got no injector leaks before I cover them up, obviously. So let's get that battery taken care of and prime this bad boy. All right, here we are going to go ahead and turn the key on, prime the gas, and see what happens. One more time. Oh, I don't see any gas leaks down there, so we're good. All right, I am back. I picked up this, yeah, it's apparently formulated for BMW, so it's the G48 by Valvoline. So, 50-50, pre-diluted, we are good. So I'm gonna top her off, and we're gonna see if we can't get a first start on this bad boy. All right, well, I tell you what, This is absolutely nerve-wracking. Just kind of going over everything, making sure that you didn't forget anything, or I guess this is startup time. Oh goodness. Sounds really strange. No check engine lights. Okay. So I let the clutch out and it dies. What's up with that? Alright guys, so finished putting in this front bumper on and the headlights and everything, and lifted it up to do the bottom, and I've made quite a mess doing this project here. So looks like, I don't know, I got something coming from somewhere, so I'm gonna try and wipe it all down as good as I can and then try and figure out where it's coming from. I don't know if it's from when I was putting on the power steering and relocating it down below here or what. So, but I got a mess on the ground. So this is a perfect opportunity to try my new stuff I got. Let's check it out. All right, super clean. Dissolves grease super easy, super fast. So, got quite a few products in here from Super Clean. Foaming Tough Task Cleaner and Degreaser. That's gonna be nice for cleanups and engine bay. All wheel cleaner. Looks like we got a spray top for that. So we will try that out sometime. Another foaming degreaser and a spray can. Okay. And then this is what I need right here. Floor absorbent. So, you know, me being me, I use cat litter. Is it the best? Doesn't work the greatest. Do I have it in the house? Yep. I never remember to buy this kind of stuff at the store. So, hey, we're gonna try it out, see what happens. All right, so what I noticed here putting this stuff down is that I didn't get any dust, and it doesn't smell like cat litter. That's nice. It actually smells like cedar. It looks like cedar. So, it's down. Let's see if it works. So it is the next day, and obviously I can tell that my power steering's leaking. That's actually what that is. But look at that. It did what it was supposed to do. That works. That works for me. Cool. I'll get her swept up and out of here, but all right. That might be my new go-to now, versus kitty litter. All right, y'all. I honestly don't know where I left off with this video, but first start, it started, it was running really bad. Every time you hit the gas, it wants to die. So obviously there was a air fueling issue there. Talking to the software engineer at VF Engineering, we went through some troubleshooting, and they can help you troubleshoot, but they cannot tell you what to do. So liability issues there. But upon checking over all the data, the TPS sensor was not reading. My throttle body was stuck at 6%. It wasn't stuck there, but the reading was 6% no matter where I was at with the throttle. And on the M54 BMW, put the TPS sensor in the throttle body, one piece. So to do that, you have to replace the whole throttle body. And when you look for a throttle body for one of these bad boys, you can get them for $80. You can get them for $1,000. So not knowing if that was the real issue, I bought it off of carparts.com. I think I spent 80 bucks on it. Is all, and it's supposed to work. So, you know, it came here. So the reason why the throttle body could be the issue is because your ECU gets feedback from your MAF, your coolant temperature sensor, and your TPS, and that determines your fueling. So, you know, the other two were reading. They were reading fine. I had tested the resistor that they gave me for my MAF. Everything was working. So, long story short, or longer, I got the throttle body here. I plugged it in. It read 100%. I'm like, no matter where the throttle was at. I'm like, what the heck, man? So I'm like, whatever. I put everything together so I could start it and see if it would change. No, it was, reading was stuck at 100%. I had every light on the dash that could come on. The car ran like crap. It was mad. I'm like, okay, well, good thing is it made a difference. So we're on the right track. I bought a new IAC too. But my IAC is not bad, so I'll put it on the shelf. I tore it all back apart, unplugged it, checked the connections, plugged it back in, then it started reading. So my connections weren't the greatest when I plugged in my throttle body the first time, apparently. So I put everything back together and it ran great. So part of that diagnosis process is I had to purchase a hex flash cable from VF Engineering, which is that feller right there. And then I downloaded the BMW software and I put my stock file back on here to see what the fuel trims would be like with the bigger injectors and stock fueling map. So right now, last piece of the puzzle is to put my tune file back on. So that's what it's doing right now. Once that's done, we should be good. Only issue is my AEM wideband there, it is still not reading. Even with the stock tune running super rich, it's not reading anything. So I'm wondering if they gave me a bum sensor. And it's a touchy issue because, touchy subject, because AEM says it needs to be before the cats. But tuners say that it does not have to be before the cats. It could be after the cats. It'll just maybe read a little leaner, which is the whole purpose behind a cat. Anyway, it's not reading. It's reading. It's off the chart. So it's reading that lean that it won't even register. So we'll get this tune flashed on here. See if it makes a difference. Kind of go from there. But long story short, that's where we're at. So and I'll show you this throttle body. So this is the stock throttle body here, and the TPS is all in here. Great design, BMW jokesters. But yeah, there's a connector. So I got the new one on there. I got to replace my IAC here. for when mine goes out, because it will go out. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, she's ready to rock and roll almost. Almost. Yeah, once it is, I'll get this engine bay cleaned up a little bit. So, all right. All right. We are going on its maiden voyage after I think I have it all figured out. We'll see. I'll know if I do or not. Right now I'm mapping the throttle position sensor. Make sure my issue is fixed. Supercharger's got a little whine, I like that. Right now, so TPS is working. That's good. Just wanna, I don't know, be gentle on her, because I don't know if she's 100%. I just don't know. But that throttle body issue really threw my confidence off. And then this AEM wideband not working. I think my sensor's bad, because the short-term fuel trims, everything looks good. So I'm just confused about that. Turn her around and give her a rip. Rips. I saw 4 pounds of boost. Whether or not this eBay cheapo is accurate or not, I don't know. Probably should have put the trusty Bosch in here, but missed a gear. Man, it's been a minute. Okay, so the rev limiter is set at 7 grand. We'll graph the short-term fuel trims here. Highest we got was about 12.5. I think we're good. I don't completely trust my boost gauge, but wish I would, you know, woulda, coulda, shoulda bought an AEM, but sorry. When you can get a boost gauge for $30 and save $130, kind of what you do. But right now we're running 4 PSI, and that's when I'm in the red line. So we will see. Alright. Well, there she is in all her glory. Everything looks good.